Hey guys, it's HitchHiker Gaymer, and I'm back with episode 4 of HitchHiker. We're gonna be riding with this dude here. We just got to the gas station with the woman who's pretending to be our girlfriend. Now I guess we'll find our girlfriend. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, we're in a trunk. We've been kidnapped. Inspect phone. Help. Oh, call the number. Apparently we're not using our hands for any of this. That's okay though.
Yellow.
Vern?
Copernicus? Is that you?
Yeah, help me out of
Let
here.
me guess. You've gotten yourself into some kind of jam. Swinging by your toes over a tiger cage?
All I know is that I'm in the trunk of a car.
Locked in a trunk? That doesn't sound like part of your dream. How'd you manage that?
I was trapped by the man with many
I
eyes.
sincerely doubt that. The fact that I'm hearing your voice now suggests otherwise.
He's got her though, and I need to rescue her.
Don't mess with him, kid. He's the final gatekeeper. Way too strong. You need to learn the spell first, before you can go up against him.
Okay. What spell?
Hey, if I knew it, I'd tell you. Speaking of which, did you find the box, Copernicus?
Yes. The locked one in the mailbox, yeah.
Have you opened it yet?
No, I haven't found the key.
Figure out a way to open that box, Copernicus. Inside, you'll find out who you really are.
Okay. Can we start by getting me out of this trunk?
Lucky for you, I've got my farmer's almanac here. Let's have a look. Hang
His
on.
1954, 55 almanac.
See, cabbage, caraway, carrot, car trunk. First thing you should do is reach around for the latch. Sounds kind of obvious.
Nope, there's no latch.
Okay, next step. See if you can scare up the brake lights. Can you find them? It's a little gizmo with
Cable
some
box.
wires.
Got him.
Okay. Yank on the wires and try to pull the lights into the trunk with you.
Pull.
Got them? What color are the lights?
Red.
We need a green light, kid. A steady green
Coming back
light.
to that red and green light
That's the
thing.
way forward.
Yep.
Gotta
It's
run
all
now.
coming
Good
together.
luck to you, kid.
I guess we're just matching, right? Let's get these out of the way first. So this one is not pink, and it's not a positive. So it's going to be that one. This one is not green or pink, so it'll be the only other blue one. This one's positive, so it'll be this one. This one is not green or a circle, so it's going to be that one. Yep, there we go. Green light. What the fuck? It's magic. Oh, hello.
ما أدري شو تسوي بسيارتي بس من خبرتي بهذا المكان راح تسح بعدين.
Sorry. English?
English. آسف. ما أدري هاي مو صدق بس أنا أشعر به كاني من صدق حاجة سعر.
Wait a second.
كل شيء هنا إلها دلالة رمزية.
I
الستر
can't understand you.
الجير ولا القرن على الدشبور.
Still can't understand you.
إيه معود على كيفك. أريد أوقف.
Wake up. Okay, we'll translate their speech in a minute. I'm just gonna poke around their car first. Nothing interesting. Nothing. No, wait, what's this? Turn on. I translated it. Okay. I think it just had to. Yeah. You speak English now?
English? No, sorry. I could, of course, back in the real world, but it doesn't seem to have come with me into this place.
But we're speaking English now.
To me, this sounds like Arabic. I guess it depends on one's perspective. Anyway, as long as you're not going to start shouting at me again, it's an improvement.
How did I end up in the trunk of your car?
How would I know? It's not even my car.
Oh, why are you driving it?
No idea. I find myself behind the wheel here night after night. And the trunk, that's my dream too. You don't want to know how many hours I've spent in there, trying to shift my legs to keep them from falling asleep.
I know you're the next guard.
What do you mean? Whose guard? Yours?
Why don't you just tell me what this is about?
Why should I know? What makes you think you can turn up out of thin air and interrogate me? Who are you anyway?
Tell me who you are first. What's your name?
I'm not sure actually. But here, it's funny. On this highway, everybody calls me Al-Shatir.
I'm called Copernicus.
Huh? Suddenly, this doesn't seem so arbitrary.
What makes you say that?
Never heard of Ibn al-Shatir? A famous astronomer. I guess you don't learn about him in your schools. One of the forefathers of astronomy. In many ways a predecessor to...
Copernicus?
Yes, that's right.
Funny, that's my name. And here anyway.
Copernicus. Al-Shatir. Two iconoclasts from different lands who challenged the belief that the sun revolves around the earth. Two dreamers who had the conviction that their unique consciousness is not the only thing in the center of the universe. Maybe you're not just part of my story, like I'm not part of yours. You were trapped in the trunk, where I've been many times. It's like you've wandered into my dream, and I've wandered into yours.
How is this possible?
How should I know? Somehow the streams have crossed. Disturbance in space-time continuum.
Alright, I guess. So what are you dreaming about?
Me? Yes, safety. Place far away from wars. From bombings. From the cockroaches that crawl out as soon as the dust settles. On the news, you hear only about armies and religious madmen. But it's the gangsters that drove me away. They're the ones who did
I didn't
this
even
to me.
notice that. How'd you wind up here?
I'm one of the ones who didn't make it. Not all the way. I'm stranded somewhere in between, trying to complete the journey every night in my
So
sleep.
we're dead. How'd your journey start?
The El Mahdi army. They called themselves an army anyway. They were looking for my brother-in-law, because he worked as a translator for the US military. Neighbors warned us we should move. And so we did. Twice.
Did they find your brother-in-law?
Luckily, no. He was safe with the army, beyond their reach. A few years passed and we forgot about the threat. Life had returned to normal. And that's when they came back and picked me up. 2 days later, when I woke up in a Baghdad hospital, I found out that they dumped me off there and told the hospital that I'd hurt myself in a work accident.
So was that the moment you decided to leave?
Yes. After that, I couldn't stay.
Tell me about your escape.
The women in my family, my mother, my sisters, they were the only ones who knew.
Why not the men?
I was very close to the women in my family. They were the ones who were around all the times while I was recovering. The men, my father, my brothers, always working, always out of the house. I got on a plane to Istanbul, where my cousin lived. He took me to Izmir, where the smugglers are. They're easy to find. I bought a space on a vessel, headed to Mytilene, Greece, the closest harbor in Europe.
What kind of vessel?
Just a simple raft, but not as overcrowded as in some of the stories you hear. I was lucky, at least in the beginning. We couldn't leave for 5 days. Too many Greek army ships in the sea. Every morning, getting up at 3:30 to make a go of it. By the 5th day, I was so tired of waiting that I wasn't even scared to get on board any longer. Finally, impatience had overtaken fear.
Tell me what happened next.
We did not make it to Europe. A boat pulls up next to us. People are trying to understand what's going on, but the men on the ship only speak Greek. At first, people are worried that it's pirates. They take everything from the passengers. Sometimes take the passengers themselves. Sometimes just ram the boat. And laugh as it sinks. But no, these are police, it turns out. They take us back to Turkey, where I'm waiting, and waiting, and waiting. Of
Okey-dokey.
course, I did not remember all this in my dreams at first. These were things I remembered from clues I found along the highway.
Sounds familiar.
I've dreamed this highway, this car before, many times.
Why do you dream of an American highway?
It's a good question. I had an uncle once who left Iraq many years ago to study engineering at the University of Bowling Green. I guess this made an impression on me. Who knows why we dream the things we dream? What is your dream about?
I'm not sure. Maybe just relationship
A
troubles.
breakup? That's it?
What is that noise? Yeah, or a kidnapping.
Ah, that's more like
What
it.
is that noise?
Who has been kidnapped? Who's this person that's been taken away from you?
My girlfriend.
Do you have a photo?
Yeah.
Maybe I've seen her somewhere along this highway.
There's a photo in my bag. This picture.
I know her, the same woman, but with different hair color. I just saw her at the gas station a few miles back.
Not the same one.
A decoy? What kind of game are you playing here?
It's supposed to be a trap. It
I'd say-
backfired.
You're lucky nobody got hurt.
I know, but this whole thing was her idea.
You sure? Didn't she also warn you that you're the one pulling the strings here?
How do you know she said that?
Well, that's their motto at Dante's. Customer is always right. They say that to all the patrons there. But listen, did she ask you to let her change forms? To assume a different identity?
Yes, she said she could be my
And
girlfriend.
what did you say?
I said no.
That's right. How do I put this? In this place, it's important to see things for what they really are. Keep them pinned down. The moment you start shifting things around to suit your needs, well, you're like Pandora, opening the box.
So what was she doing at the gas
There
station?
was a scene there at the gas station. She was being questioned by two men. She seemed to be explaining herself, pointing at the empty passenger seat in her car.
What is that
They
noise?
didn't really seem interested in her, though. They were more interested in the empty car seat.
What they look
One
like?
man was wearing an orange vest. He seemed to be in charge. Another shorter guy next to him. Mean looking, like a shrew.
Who saved me?
Sounds like getting in my dream. Getting in the trunk. May have saved your neck.
The main guy. Did you happen to notice if he had a bracelet with circles around his arm?
No, I didn't get a look. I just heard one strange thing they said. That they were looking for a guy with 8 fingers. They were
1,
going
2,
to
3,
find
4,
him.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10,
Something
so
like that. 8 fingers. 8 digits maybe.
8 digits. I have his phone number.
And you wouldn't happen to have a strange blue box with you.
I do. Why?
That was the other thing they mentioned. They have the key, but don't want the box
Well, that
open.
tumbleweed scared me. Why?
Well, if they were chasing you... Say, have you noticed how many tumbleweeds there are suddenly?
Yeah, we're in a desert.
I don't know, but the weather also seems to be turning suddenly. Turn on the radio and see if you can find a weather report.
So many tumbleweeds. Oh my god. Let's turn it back on, I guess.
My God!
Oh,
Get
shit.
that thing off the window! Get it off! Get it off!
Escape the tumbleweeds. How?
It seems to be changing the weather conditions.
Daily hour of suspense and mystery. with baffling riddles and maddening hints that will leave you scanning the highway for answers and questioning your own.
Suddenly,
There you go.
it's sunny.
Is that...
It's not working. They're stuck to the car. We need some other kind of weather to get clear of them.
So maybe...
Level 3 thunderstorm. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and
There.
quarter-size hail. Damaging winds are causing some trees and large branches to fall. This could injure those outdoors, as well as damage homes and vehicles. Road
Looks like tornado conditions.
Will that work?
Look, the tornado. It's starting to pull the
Oh,
tumbleweeds
man.
off the car, but it's not strong enough.
Warning, tornado 20 feet from car. Tornado 40 feet from tornado.
There.
It worked. Oh, good riddance.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Look, that was very strange, even for this place.
I agree.
And the eyes on those things. It seemed they were spying, searching for something. Did you notice?
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about these guys? The ones who are after you?
The leader has a lot of eyes, like 10.
Seems he had a few extra to spare for the tumbleweeds.
He runs some kind of travel
I
agency.
see. What else?
I'm not sure that's relevant. Well, I have his business card.
Let's see.
It's in my bag.
Balkan tours.
You know them?
Not directly, no. But I've heard about them. From a guy in Istanbul I met. He had made it through to Europe, but then had come back to get his family. But that's another story. He had come across these Balkan tours on his way back from Serbia. He warned everyone about them who would listen. Apparently, they had a charitable program to help refugees, promising to help them. But no one who accepted their help was ever seen from again. People just disappeared. And it wasn't just people in the refugee community either. Tourists too. They were strange stories.
Serbia. My girlfriend was there last
Did she
summer.
mention anything about this Balkan tours to you?
Never mentioned the name.
Yes. I guess merely the fact that you ever saw her again suggests otherwise. Still, it seems like a connection.
I think she met him and has been texting
Well,
him.
I hope she hasn't fallen into their hands now. Some of the stories circulating around refugee camps in Serbia at this time. I only heard bits and pieces. Nothing very clear. Mirrors. Rooms full of mirrors. People losing their minds and never coming back.
The man with mirror eyes.
Yes. People who were heading from Turkey into Croatia and Serbia were being warned about it. Watch out for mirrors. Rooms full of mirrors. Rooms full of eyes.
I need to do something to help her.
Well, my friend, I think right now the best thing you can do is run for safety. They probably have a good beat on your location, assuming the tumbleweeds were on their payroll. Make no mistake, these guys are dangerous.
What do you suggest I do?
Honestly, I have no idea. But tangling with Balkan tours right now would be suicide. I mean, it's what they want, isn't it?
Yes, they want to trap me and get the box.
Right. Where did you get the box?
My girlfriend.
They must be worried about what's inside. Worried it will expose them, all the things they've done, to her and to all the other people they've hurt.
So what's the plan?
I wish I knew. Even if I make it to my destination, I'm still not home. That's what it means to be an exile.
Sorry if I'm a little distracted. I have been again. Yeah, cutie. What did you do? You watching that, Bean? If you follow me on Twitter, Mastodon, you probably know about Bean. And if you don't, then you should follow me so you can learn more about Bean and see them grow up. Anyway, all right, back to what we're doing. Where are we going?
My niece, Nadia, used to ask me that question all the time. Where are you going, uncle? She was the only young person who knew I was leaving. Imagine, she knew when my father didn't. I was always mad at my sister for telling her. She would ask me that when I was putting her to bed.
What did you tell her?
The only thing you can tell when a person that young asks you a question like that at bedtime. I told her the truth. Not the truth, but the truth wrapped in the blanket of a story.
Nadia's story. This is so cool.
There's a place
Love this
where
game.
the river Tigris runs through Baghdad. A place called the Two-Story Bridge. When I was a kid, I would go fishing there and look out at the water and wonder where it all led. As a child, I was told that the farthest place on the earth from Baghdad is a place called Fiji. I would train my eyes on the horizon and imagine that all the water led there, to the point where the sky met the earth. To my child's mind, Fiji was the place where the sky touches the earth. These people of Fiji, they must be very tolerant people to live in such a place where one has to stoop over at all times and can never stand up straight. Eventually, they resolved to leave and find a new home, where the sky was farther from the earth, where the pandanus tree can grow high enough to be woven. So, they left this land right under the sky, leaving behind those people so old and bent that they no longer cared to stand up straight. The other Fijians gradually moved away from the edge of the world, and the sky got a little higher, and then they found a marvelous place. It was fertile and lush, with excellent weather, an orange tree for every backyard. But there was one problem: earthquakes. Terrible earthquakes, as frequent as rains during the springtime in this country. All because the sky was still close to the earth. When there's thunder, it echoes off the roof of the sky and causes the ground to break. But the Fijians adjusted. They built their entire civilization out of rubber. Rubber houses with rubber beds that
This
would
is very like
sway
Dr.
during the
Seuss.
quakes, with rubber restraints that would hold the sleeping Fijians tight while they dreamed. But Nadia didn't want a bedtime story about that. She wanted a story about good and evil, the kind of story children like. So I changed it for her to be about a Fijian princess called Nadia, who finds the source of all the earthquakes.
I thought you said it was thunder.
Yes, but it's a child's bedtime story. You can change the details as you go along. So, Nadia finds a dragon hiding under the earth. A dragon with a splinter in its toe, whose terrible roaring causes the earth to break. Nadia slays the dragon and saves the people by uttering a magic spell. Gonothi se auton.
What does she say?
Gonothi se auton. It's actually Greek. Rolls right off the tongue. No?
Gnorthi Seaton.
Okay. That was interesting. Can you say
What just
that
happened?
again? All the mirror eyes closed.
This is the spell Vern said I'd need.
Seems like it. And look, that's not the spell's only power. The card. There's a phone number on it. On it now.
What? No, there's not. I just... Oh, I picked it up too soon.
Do you know what this means? I think you're ready to make a certain phone call.
Alright, to Balkan
Ready to put your
Tours.
spell to use?
I'm ready.
Good. Do you have a phone?
Yes.
Even better. So, here's the plan. You call them and tell them you want to sign up for a tour.
Okay.
Here's the thing. If they act like they're taking you on a tour, everything is good. But if they've figured you out, they'll try to distract you while they kidnap you. Take it from me. They tell you someone you care about is in danger, but don't believe it. If everything's fine, then everything's fine. But if someone you know is in danger, it's a trap. Get out of there. Are you ready?
Sure.
Dial the number.
There we go.
Yeah.
Balkan tours?
Yep. What can I help you with?
I'd like to take a tour of the Badlands.
That's a big park. You near the Argus gas station on Route 90?
Yep.
All right. I'll pick you up in an hour.
Pick me up.
You don't have a car, do you?
How'd you know that?
Just guess from your voice. So,
What does that
see
even
you in an
mean?
hour.
How will I find you?
Don't worry. I'll find you.
So how does your voice, like, convey if you have a car or not?
So, it worked then?
I think so.
Isn't that how these things normally work in the stories of this country?
What's happening to him?
Other characters shows up, imparts some hard-earned wisdom, then conveniently fades away.
What is going on with his eyes? Don't fade away, I need your help.
It's a few minutes before 3:30 in Istanbul. There's another raft waiting. Another try.
Good luck.
Thanks. To you too. I think you'll be fine. You have allies all along this road, even in the cars of enemies.
Oh, you like
I've
pooped
left
out an
something for
envelope. Open it. The car's just gonna drive itself. It's fine.
Hey, sorry I haven't written in a while.
Oh, that was it. I thought it was gonna read the whole letter. Okay. So that is the end of this episode of HitchHiker. If you like that, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Mastodon, and I'm Awkward Gamer. Links below. Come back later this week for another video. I usually post on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And yeah, I'll see you for the next chapter, the final part of this game. You say bye. Say bye. Bye.